A man's living wiped out. A third-generation commercial fisherman on Pine Island says he was forced to come up with a new business, dealing with ice, all because stone crab fishing wasn't cutting it anymore.
Nothing. I mean, we haven't made anything. We haven't made any money on stone crabs.
Red tide is having a big impact on stone crabs. Wink News anchor John-Carlos Estrada is on Pine Island now. And John-Carlos, just how bad has this stone crab season been this year?
Well, Lois, that fisherman says there has been no stone crab season this year here in Southwest Florida. He says it's been so bad that he actually had to sell off his crabbing equipment and start a whole new business. From 60,000 pounds of stone crabs to just 800 pounds.
This season, there is no season. The stone crab here in Pine Island area is pretty much gone.
Up until this year, this warehouse was packed with stone crabs. For Eddie Barnhill, it was $1 million operation.
My bread and butter was stone crabs. You know, that's where I made a living.
In the 70s, Florida Fish and Wildlife studied the effects of red tide on stone crab and determined there was little to worry about. But that's not the case this year.
I mean, the water out there was terrible. Things were dying by the thousands.
Earlier this year, Moat Marine Lab researchers exposed stone crabs to the toxic algae for extended periods of time and saw not only death rates increase, but the red tide also killed the crab's larvae, which means no new crabs were getting born. FGCU's Marine Department Chair Gregory Tolley says their researchers saw the same thing.
Off the southwest coast of Florida is very, very low dissolved oxygen levels, and most invertebrates, especially bottom-dwelling invertebrates that don't have an ability to swim away from that kind of environment.
The lack of stone crabs in Southwest Florida waters led Barnhill to start bagging ice.
In the meantime, you know, we've had to do other things. You know, I've had to sell out a lot of equipment to reinvest in new businesses. We're opening an ice company now.
He launched an ice bagging business called Got Ice, but he says he'll keep fighting for solutions to keep fishing here.
And by no means am I going to run away from it. I want to fight to do whatever we can to get the industry back.
And that drive for solutions will take action. Barnhill will join the Florida Commercial Fishermen's Conservation tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the Methodist Church here in Pine Island. They will work through solutions to make sure we fix this water quality crisis we have here. Now, if you want to join them, they invite you to come out. Live in Pine Island, John-Carlos Estrada, Wink News now.
All right, thank you very much, John.